Hello YouTube, Chris here and welcome to the announcement video for Heroes of Venkfee TCG. Okay, so this is it. This is the new project that I've been working on. You're going to see some art for this project in a moment. And I'm just going to go over a basic design of how I got to the kind of finalized template. It's not finalized yet, but it's more or less as I want it to be. So, title Heroes of Venkfee. I'm going to do a complete video on lore and how I came up with the name for this project in a future video, just because there is a lot of source material, and I mean hundreds of pages of source material for this, and I want to give that more justice by giving it its own separate video. So at the moment we're just going to focus on the template and then at the end the artwork. So originally what I wanted was almost like a page out of a spell book or something like that. So this is like one of the first. There was a design prior to this, because originally the game was going to be all dice rolls. Well, there is dice rolls in this game. It is a very big part of the game, but each character would have six attacks. A bit like how Chris from Wrath of Kors is doing his game, Wrath of Kors, obviously, that there would be six variations of attack. I can't find that template which I originally used, but it was very poor, to say the least. So this would be one of the spell cards. There are going to be spell cards in the new version, but I don't think there's going to be as many as I originally thought. So across the top we have the banner, the card name, so this would be Healing Light, and the cost, which is 2. And later on when we get to the final version or finalized version, you'll see how different these icons have changed as well. A background image, some flavor text, restore 10 HP to selected minion for this card. What the card is down the bottom here, so this is a spell card. It's slightly going to be different in the finalized version. The rarity, so because it is a blue, as you can see here, we've got common, rare, and then legendary colours. So that's how you differentiate between those three tiers. And then WG1, which the original name for this project was Wizard's Gate, but I've completely changed that. And then 001, obviously that would be the card number in the set. So WG1 set 1. Then we move on to this is the kind of like the second version of the game, well, of the card. So again, it is more or less exactly the same as this card here, with the torn pages in the middle, and then we've just added like a shield icon, an attack icon, and then the dice roll. So in order to hit in any attack, you need to roll dice, which I really like that mechanic. And then each minion, because you have minions, you have heroes. Heroes may end up being like your, I don't know how to put it, a bit like your planet in Chaos Galaxy, that sort of thing. Or the heroes might be mixed in with legendary cards. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to actually present that yet, but you'll get more powerful. Like legendaries, obviously they're going to be a lot more powerful, but each character, each minion would have an ability. So for this one here, it's just consume, feast on killed minions plus 10 HP. So if this card killed a enemy minion and you rolled a 2 or more, so hopefully you're not going to roll a 1, you'll get an additional 10 HP. The whole HP and number system has changed, so it's single decimals now. So in this case it would still be 2 to cast, you'd have 3 HP, 2 shield, 2 attack, and 3 to roll as normal, because that's just a standard d6 roll. So moving on to the next iteration of the game, and you'll see how much different the overall card is. So if you just look at the coin here, what I've done for this is used various, I think it was off the shield, or it was one of the these icons that I got for free, which are part of the CC 3.0 royalty-free images sort of thing. And I've added, if we just go in super fine over here, you'll see that this icon has all these smudges and cracks, and all I've done is replicated and recolored the shield and then overlaid it into like this attack icon. So you got that hemline crack there, which is actually, I think it's that hemline crack there. And then as you can see, we have all these smudges, and those smudges, if we come up here, is just a blown up version right there. So it gives a little more production value. I haven't done it with the heart, but it gives a little more production value and yeah, a little finer detail. So this is the card template I want. I might change the typography on the card, but here we have the White Mage, and you'll see the White Mage in just a second. This card doesn't actually have any shield, it doesn't have an attack, so, and then it wouldn't have an attack roll. And as you can see with the dice, I've done exactly the same yet again. It is the same image, but it's like this part of the image here, and then I've just blown it up and then added gems to the dice roll. Now originally I did just have flat, but the flat circles, but these free to use again, so I'm using those, and it just gives it a little more depth and a little more interest to that image. It's something that most people will probably gloss over and not actually realise, but there is a lot more effort that has gone into this design than I previously thought I would actually put into this. So yes, we've actually seen this card before now in a previous video. So the actual card itself, where's the shield? We'll knock off the shield. So this is the White Mage, and the ability is Healing Light. All friendly minions gain +1 HP per turn, and I'm debating to have it to max HP. In my community video for spreadsheets, I knocked that off on the spreadsheet, but then I thought about it and put it back on, because if this is on the back line, this wizard can completely bump up the HP for every friendly minion on the board. And I'll go into all the board setup and stuff like that in a different video. But you want to see art. You want to see some of the finalized art for the game. Now the background itself, this is subject to change. I don't know if I'm going to use these. Are free to use images. I got these off the Game Crafter, off their design section. I'm thinking of either going down the line of what Who Gaming has done in his game and have real images and then his images on, you know, on top of that, or getting custom artwork done. But I'm unsure at this moment in time. So this is just like a placeholder. But enough babbling. Let's show you some art. So this is the White Mage, and funnily enough, it looks like me. Now, my artist does not know what I look like, yet give this guy blue eyes and darken up that beard a little, and it's kind of like me, which is kind of weird. Didn't intend it to be like that, but yeah, this is some of the artwork, and I'm actually going to show you a couple others. I'll show you two others in a second, but yeah, this is the artwork. And I love it. It's very striking, and it has such a quality that I really like for my game, and everything fits into the card perfectly. I love it. Oh, and I forgot to mention, down at the bottom we have C here. This is basically your rarity if you don't know the colour scheme. So you've got common, rare, promotional cards, and legendary. So because this is a common, we'll go back. This is number 11 of 130 in the first set, and I just gave that a little funky first set symbol. So yeah, let me know what you think of these cards. I'm really excited to actually get more into this game as we go along, and to announce more cards and stuff like that. So let me show you another character. So we've knocked off our White Mage. Healing. Now I haven't got flavor text and abilities for these characters just yet, but we have the Rat Cultist, and this I'm still debating on whether to give this character a particular ability that might make it a weak ability, but it's it's up in the air at the moment. There's still a lot of design work going on within this game. And then the final piece of art I will show you today is a little fairy. Because this is a fantasy game, it is pure fantasy, and we have ourselves a little fairy that will... this fairy is very powerful. Basically, when you summon a monster, a minion, it will have a summoner's sickness. This character, this minion, has the ability to stun and unstun your own and your opponent's minions. So it can remove summoner's sickness, so you can attack straight away, or if a opponent's minion has just come out of sickness, she can put a sickness back on that character, that minion, for one turn. So a lot of the stuff is finalized now, and I'm just waiting to get more art to show off. I will do full card reveals in the future with all the text and colours and how it should be. But yes, this has been the reveal for Venkfee, well, Heroes of Venkfee TCG. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hopefully you'll be looking forward, like me, to more art in the future. And until then, I've been Chris, and I'll catch you in the next one.